Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number 523. It's actually a follow-on from yesterday's video and I'm doing it straight after it, by the way, because something came up while I was talking about single and double opt-in. I asked a question at the end of my video and thought, that's actually a really good topic. So let's get into it. What information should you be gathering from people when you are trying to build your marketing list? So let's talk about lead magnets. Let's talk about lead generation to start with, and then talk about the question that I just asked myself and asked you. Lead generation is the process of having typically a form or something that will gather people's email addresses, so mobile phone numbers, cell phone numbers, so that you can market out to them. You can send them offers, you can tell them about what's going on. Now, I talk really strongly about lead generation and making sure that your lead generation gives you alternative methods to contact your prospects outside of social media. People say, we've just got our social media people and we just broadcast to social media. And my whole thing is, yeah, sure. What happens when social media fails? Because it will fail. What happens when the organization that you're using their platform to do all this goes, no, you can't do that anymore? How do you contact your prospects? So the way we do it is create a marketing list by using lead generation. Now, that marketing list is typically an email address, and for some people it's an SMS as well, or a cell phone number that you can send out text messages to. Okay, that's what lead generation is. The question that I asked in yesterday's episode is, what is it that stops you signing up for someone's list? What is it that stops you when you're confronted when you are presented with a form on a site that says, hey, get your 20% off on your next order, or hey, we've got our ebook about the 10 best things to do on blah. It's the compelling offer. It's the hook that says, if you give us your details, we're going to give you something for free. Because the first thing I'm going to say is, don't just say to someone, look, we're in our list, we'll send you email. The competition for an email address or a mobile phone number is really high, and people are getting fatigued with all of the marketing that's going on. And they look at something like, just can't be bothered, I don't want to get any more spam. So they're not going to fill that in. So we need to offer them something to say, we value your email address so much, or we value your mobile phone number so much that we're going to give you something of value in return for that something of value. Okay, that's what lead marketing is. That's what lead generation is about. I know some people are going to say, whatever, you don't need to do that. That's my take on it. They're going to give me something of value. I need to make sure I give them something of value. The next question I asked was, what is it that stops you filling in your details? So the first thing that I know stops people is that I don't want to get any more spam. There's nothing of value being offered here. Or what the value that is being offered here does not meet or outweigh the value of what I'm giving someone. So my email address, my phone number has value. You've not offered me something that I consider of like or better value in return for it. That's the first thing. What are the other things that stop you entering your details? Well, here's where I get to with it. I have customers come to me and say, oh, we want to get their email, we want their email and we want their phone numbers. Okay, what do you want their phone numbers for? Are you going to be doing text marketing to them? No, but we want to be able to call them. Okay, so you've got someone coming to your site, they don't know who you are, they don't know, like, or trust you. You're trying to build up that know, like, or trust. You've got something here that is of reasonable value that most people who are interested in your product will want to, or your services will want to come and take. Why are you getting their phone number? The last thing that, and this is a pretty strong statement actually. The last thing someone who comes to a website wants is an unsolicited phone call or text message from a company that they've just met. That would stop me filling out a form. No, not entering my mobile number. You don't need it. You've got my email address. I can manage my email address. I can deal with that stuff. I can put it into folders. I can delete it. I can send it to spam. It doesn't matter. I can manage that. You start texting me, that's going to become more of an imposition to me. You can start ringing me. Oh man, don't. I'm a Gen X, but I hate getting phone calls. The text is fine, emails are fine, instant message is fine, but yeah, not text messages, and don't call me. Um, I hope people can actually relate to the irony of that and the fact that there is a bit of a joke in there as well. But if you come to a website and someone's asking you for your phone number as well as your email address, are you likely to fill in that form? Ask yourself, are you likely to fill in that form? If the answer is no, then don't ask for it. If you absolutely don't need it, don't ask for it. If I go to a website and someone says, we need your address, no, you absolutely don't. That is not something that I want. I am comfortable handing out. Even when I have to hand it out and I understand the need for handing it out, I don't like handing my address out. That hits that privacy level, that hits my security level just a little bit too hard. Particularly, and here's the thing, is if I'm just going to go and I'm just trying to get the free download, or I'm trying to just create an account that gives me a free download and lets me do things on a website, do you really need my address to do it? If not, don't collect it. I certainly wouldn't be recommending that you collect it from the front page of your site or from your lead magnet page of your site. If that's information you need, you can go through a nurture process that then builds up that know, like, and trust. I said that before, right? Know, like, and trust. They've got to know your company. They've got to actually kind of like it. They've got to kind of like you as a person. And then they have to trust you. And that trust doesn't come without the knowing and the liking. So you need the knowing, you need the liking to get the trust. Once you've got the trust, you can start to get more information out of people. It's a confidence game. It absolutely is. It's why spammers and charlatans and fishers do so well, because they hit that confidence. They're starting to hit that they've got the psychology of that confidence right down within reason, but they've got that psychology down. So, as business owners, when we are trying to build our marketing list, my question to people when I'm helping them build these processes, when I'm helping them set up the processes that do the verifications and collect the information and store the information securely, is the question I ask them all the time is this information you truly need? Because if you don't need it, don't collect it up front. If you need it later, let's build the process to be able to pull that information later, to ask for that information later. Go through the know, go through the like, go through the trust process, then get that information. So my question again back to you is, what is it that stops you signing up on a website, giving information out on a website? What is your stop points? I would love to know. For me, it's as much as a psychology thing and a marketing thing as it is for me to understand how I can serve my businesses better, by serving our clients better. There is such for me, it's such an interesting thing. So what is it that stops you signing up? When you go to a website, like, get your free download, and you've got all this information you have to enter. Where's your line in the sand? What is it that you go, I will go this far and I will go no further? I'd love to know. Leave your comments wherever you're watching or listening to this video. If this has been of use to you, if it's stirred up some questions for you, I'd love to know too. Give us a like. That tells me that this has been useful to you. Come across to my locals community and join the conversation there. askcharlyleetham.locals.com. I'd love to have you there. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more information. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.